This month, we lost legends. August 2025 has taken from us some truly remarkable figures whose lives and legacies will never be forgotten. From entertainers who brought us joy, to influential leaders who shaped history, their stories live on in our memories. Welcome to Time News TV. In today's video, we'll honor the famous people who passed away in the last week of August 2025, reflecting on their achievements, their struggles, and the impact they left behind. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Time News TV, so you never miss an update on the stories that matter. Let's take a moment together to pay tribute to these unforgettable lives. Gary Burbank, the iconic American radio personality, built a career that blended humor, storytelling, and a flair for creating unforgettable characters. Born in 1941 in Memphis, Tennessee, he started working in radio during the 1960s, a time when personality-driven broadcasting was becoming more influential across the country. His early work showed promise, but it was his move to Cincinnati's WLW in the mid-1980s that secured his place as one of the most recognizable voices in American radio. Burbank's brilliance wasn't just in delivering the news or commentary, it was in his ability to transform the medium into a stage for comedy and satire. He invented a roster of colorful personalities that listeners came to love. Among them was Earl Pitts, the redneck American, whose hilarious rants about everyday life struck a chord with audiences nationwide. Another fan favorite was Gilbert Gnarly, the well-meaning but eccentric retiree whose bizarre antics and prank calls became legendary. These characters weren't just skits, they were windows into Burbank's sharp comedic mind and his knack for turning ordinary observations into laugh-out-loud moments. His style stood out because he combined entertainment with social commentary. Beneath the humor, Burbank often highlighted cultural quirks, political absurdities, and human behavior in ways that made listeners both laugh and think. His ability to balance wit with insight earned him loyal fans who tuned in day after day, eager for both laughs and perspective. Beyond his talent, Burbank also gained the admiration of fellow broadcasters. His peers praised his originality, timing, and relentless creativity, qualities that kept his material fresh for decades. Even after his retirement in 2007, his sketches lived on through reruns and internet archives, introducing his humor to new generations. Gary Burbank wasn't just a radio host. He was a true entertainer who reshaped the role of radio personalities. His legacy is defined by laughter, innovation, and the joy he brought to countless listeners. For many, his voice became part of daily life, and his characters remain iconic pieces of radio history. Burbank will forever be remembered as a pioneer in broadcasting, a master of satire, and a legend who made people smile. Jim Kimball, the American drummer and musician, made his mark on the alternative and punk rock scenes with his dynamic playing style and unmatched stage presence. Known for his powerful drumming and creative energy, Kimball became a respected figure in music through his work with several influential bands, including the Jesus Lizard, Laughing Hyenas, Mule, and Firewater. His career reflected both versatility and a fearless commitment to pushing the boundaries of rhythm and sound. Kimball's drumming was not just about keeping time, it was about creating a driving force that could carry a song's intensity from start to finish. With the Jesus Lizard, he helped amplify the band's raw energy, adding layers of aggression and precision that matched their chaotic live performances. His ability to combine technical skill with emotional grit made him a standout in the underground rock scene of the 1990s, where he quickly earned the respect of both fans and fellow musicians. In Mule, Kimball further showcased his adaptability. Ollie Horgan, the Irish football manager and teacher, became a respected and well-loved figure in Irish football through his dedication, resilience, and passion for the game. Best known for his long tenure as manager of Finn Harps, Horgan built a reputation as a hard-working and determined leader who never shied away from challenges. His career in football management was defined by persistence, underdog victories, and an unwavering belief in his players, qualities that endeared him to both supporters and colleagues alike. Born and raised in Galway, Horgan balanced his life between teaching and football. Before entering the spotlight with Finn Harps, he managed his local side Fanad United, where his leadership skills and tactical awareness were evident. In 2013, he was appointed as Finn Harps' manager, stepping into a role that would come to define his career. At the time, the club faced immense challenges, Yet Horgan's resilience and no-nonsense approach gave the team a new sense of direction. Horgan guided Finn Harps through several promotions and relegation battles, making him synonymous with determination and survival. Under his management, the club achieved promotion to the Premier Division in 2015, a remarkable accomplishment that highlighted his ability to motivate and get the best out of his squad. Even in seasons where resources were limited, he found ways to keep the club competitive, often against teams with greater financial backing. His animated touchline presence and fiery passion became part of his identity, making him a fan favorite and a figure respected across the League of Ireland. Beyond football, Horgan was known as a dedicated teacher and mentor. He influenced not only players on the pitch but also young people in the classroom, bringing the same discipline, humor, and commitment to education as he did to coaching. His ability to inspire extended beyond sport, as he instilled values of hard work, perseverance, and belief in others. Ollie Horgan will be remembered as much more than a football manager. He was a community figure, a leader, and a man who gave his all to the teams and people he believed in. His legacy in Irish football remains one of grit, heart, and unshakable dedication. Daryl Patterson was a beloved American broadcaster and sports anchor whose career left a lasting mark on television journalism, particularly in Tennessee. Known for his warm presence, professionalism, and commitment to delivering the news with integrity, Patterson spent decades as a trusted voice in the community. His work went beyond simply reporting. He built connections with viewers, establishing himself as a familiar face who was welcomed into homes day after day. Born and raised in Tennessee, Patterson developed an early passion for sports and storytelling. That love eventually led him into broadcasting, where he would make a name for himself as one of the most respected anchors in the region. Alan Hornyak was a remarkable basketball player, whose scoring ability and court presence made him one of the most talked-about athletes of his time. Rising to prominence in the late 1960s and early 1970s, Hornyak carved out a reputation as one of the purest shooters to ever play at the collegiate level. His career may not have been long in the national spotlight, but his impact on Ohio basketball and his legendary scoring performances still live on in the memories of fans and teammates. Born in Bel Air, Ohio, Hornyak developed his love for the game at a young age. In high school, he established himself as a scoring phenom, dazzling crowds with his ability to sink shots from anywhere on the court. His dominance earned him recognition across the state and paved the way for his journey to the Ohio State Buckeyes, where his name would truly become synonymous with excellence. At Ohio State in the early 1970s, Hornyak became the team's offensive powerhouse.